Okay. Let's see if this is working. Okay. Let's see if this is... That would be a yes. How do I pop out the chat in OBS? That is the question. Dunzo. And then share the stream link. Okay. Get the chat open again. I thought I just popped it out. Where'd it go? There it is. What's up, Emery? You gotta be here for my crash out as I try to figure out how to make this deck not suck. Let me know if there's any audio issues or anything. No webcam yet. Audio first, webcam later. What's up, Nick? Trying to make Mario good. I am I'm having a rough time trying to figure out the Acilio matchup, as you might see. I played against my buddy Alvin last night with Widow Veil, the Spell Void headpiece. I don't think it is the sauce. I've really been trying. Other than the crashing, sound great other than the crashing in the background. What is the crashing sound? Is it kind of like a creak sound? Because if it is, that just might be the, like, is it this? Did that make the noise? Besides that, as I wait for your response, yeah, so I really want this to be good. It juices Spellcilio so badly, but I keep playing aggro silly, and it just rolls me. Oh, the sound of crashing out. Yep. It's just a really old mic stand. I probably just need to stop fiddling with my mic, like a mic arm. I'll get to it later. But yeah, right now the main thing I'm testing is our Desire Body. Alvin, a local, has been telling me this card's gas, yet every time I send it to Acilio, I somehow manage to hit a yellow off the top. I swear to God. But it does open up some really interesting lines, and it is good in more matchups than I'd expect. I think I'm aiming to bring it in matchups that are like 75% red. So, Draconics, Acilio. The only problem is I bring it to Acilio and they present Spell Silly, but it's still like a card that does something. Hyperinflation is the other test. This is mainly because it can hit both Syndra and Fatigue. I don't think I'm supposed to be on 3 copies, but I really like testing 3. The Yellow Art of Desire. What is the Yellow Art? Why would I run this? Oh, so when it hits the yellow? Oh, that's so 5-head. I was thinking about the blue one, but I was like, what deck am I trying to hit? Maybe if when the next Mystic set comes out. Oh, now we're so back. So I have 1 slot due to cutting Spell Void. I think I want to do a little more testing with Prey Spotters. But if Prey Spotters doesn't work, I probably just free the spot for like a trap or pick up the points or another Pilfer. But for now, in case I run into an Acilio, it was right here. I'm going to try Prey Spotters again. Especially with potentially having more stealth cards. This can be very useful. All right, let's do some games. Oh, I haven't logged in yet. Right. Different browser. Ew. God, this is my public service announcement to people who probably already have one, but just get a password manager. Oh my God, it makes life so much easier. I resisted for years, and then I finally did it, and I'm like, wow, this is great. All right, let's play this kid. Let's play this deck. I think the thing I'm most excited for Vegas is I finally get to stop playing Mario after Vegas. Mario is fun, but I really want to try out these Ziggy, these Acilio decks. Hell yeah. 1Password was the other option, Emery, I was thinking about, but I feel like so many options when it comes to software. It's like, you have these 2 to 3 options, and they're all basically the same. Just pick one. I don't remember if I'm supposed to go first or second the Victor. I'm just going to guess second. I actually don't really want to play this matchup. Probably should have said not Victor, because I think he LLs this week. I don't think I want D-Reacts. So I think I'm going to bring my aggro board. But I do want to go slightly above 65. So I want like some of my, like I want my inertia traps. I don't want my Art of Desire bodies, which is some of the downside of Art of Desire body. I don't want to bring it in to fatigue. I want pick up the point. I want sigil. I want take up. Not enough go again to justify this. And 62 feels kind of low. I might bring in Fate for Scene. Let's try 63. This is interesting. I think I bring Black Tech. So the problem with Black Tech is if I bring it in, this is fatigue. I get kind of screwed. Ugh. I'm so excited, Nick, for Aurora in the next set. Everyone's like, oh my God, Chain's coming back. And I'm like, what do you mean? We finally get Aurora support. We're so in. The other thing I've been thinking about with my deck is To The Point has been feeling super awkward recently, since it's so much harder to mark. To the point that I'm wondering if I cut to 2 copies. Obviously, it's fine on this turn, but I think I'm just blocking with Inertia Trap. Hope they don't send another 7. Okay, no damage, and you Millers me. Makes sense. So I feel like I kind of need to resolve T-Toxis to win this matchup. Based on the fact that they're showing Thunks and Enlightened Strikes, I think this is not a Fatigue Victor. Or, I don't know. The Enlightened Strike, I don't know if it's in the base Fatigue deck. I'll probably wait to see more information. I hate doing it, but I'm going to give up Reaper's Call. You may clash. Sad. So you have a Headbutt in hand right now. All right, this is pretty sick. No matter what they do, I can punish them because I can do Pain in the Backside, Flick a Clave, Orb Weaver Spinneret. If they have the Ripple Away, I'm sad. If they don't, I'm up. But regardless, I'm sending Kiss to Death with a T-Tox behind it. So let's start with this. If I didn't have a Pain in the Backside here, I probably just send Kiss to Death. Awesome. They are not on Omni Boots. So, sick. They're marked. Now, let's see if they have Ripple Away. All right, so interesting choice. I could just send Graphene. I don't think I want to. I think I need... So, if I send this, I'm not playing that much around Staunch. I'm just going to send Kiss Death. Let's do my good play. If they no-block this, I pass an Arsenal T-Tox and just pray they don't have CNC. We've seen a Headbutt. We've seen... Yep. Sure. I'll take my... So... Do I pitch T-Tox here to send Chelicera and do 2 more damage? I think because of how early the game is, the answer is yes. I'm also kind of terrified that they're keeping their hand this much. It might have just been because it was a Kiss of Death. But I don't want to play into their Arsenal disruptions. So I'm going to save this in deck for later. Also, I also flick, so that's a misplay already. Regardless, I've been juiced too much by CNCs. I think putting this on the bottom puts a very clear counter on this game. If I get the second cycle, I'm up. Also, what the fuck? This is what we call a bad hand in Mario. I don't know if you guys know this. This actually worked out fine. I'm gonna lose these two. Save under the trapdoor for later. Pitched a pummel and a Macho Grande with 54 cards in deck. Oh god, math. Are they going to see their hand before I see mine? That is what I'm wondering. So it's like the 54th card, and they pitched one card before that, so there's 3 cards deep. It was a blue. I don't recall which blue. So 52 cards, 40, 44, 48, 52. It will be in that hand. That's with my hand with T-Tox. So that's something to remember. When I draw my first T-Tox, they will have their pummel, meaning that the hand before I draw my first T-Tox, I want to send as much pressure as possible, so they cannot send it. You know you want to block it. Ugh. Oh, cool. I like that card. I do not like that they have 3 gold and 3 money. Did they resolve a gold main? They did. Alright, so now I have pitched a T-Tox and an Under the Trapdoor on the bottom of my deck. Get juiced. So this is kind of where I'm at with the build, where I'm doing a lot of 1-card marks, which makes the deck feel significantly worse. But it is what it is. Oh my god, this hand was almost good. We are being punished so hard for running hyperinflation. I can't discard it. Okay, so the line is... Oh god, what even is the line? I'm not getting the Black Widow here. It's just not happening. I am probably getting the -2. I could block 6. Send Kiss of Death, and it's just not good enough. It's probably... Savor, Chlicera with Tunic, Kiss of Death, block with 1 hyperinflation, Arsenal hyperinflation. And I'm kind of bluffing the reaction on the Black Widow, but I'm not expecting to get the Savor off, I think. And this will be coming in for 3. Alternatively, I could Kiss of Death first and Stalkers it, but I think it's a little too early for that. If they let me hit with Chlicera, I have a lot of options there. I could flip. I pitch a disable and a debilitate, so now we have 2 blues, a pummel, a blue, and a red at the bottom. One of which being debilitate. Alright, I'll take my lumps. So yeah, the other option here is to just Savor, Bloodshed, Kiss of Death. Threatening Black Widow. That might actually just be better. It's a bluff, but it's only for 7. I prefer this line. Basically tell him, like, play into my T-Tox, please. Curious if any of you guys disagree with this, if I should have sent Kiss of Death instead. Just tie your clashes. Just fuck. Okay, so I'm gonna get rid of hyperinflation. I will mute my Discord. I'll just close it. Actually, I don't know how to mute my Discord. How do you do that? Just deafen in Discord, maybe? No, that's not it. Voice and video. Boop. Hopefully that helps. So do I just Arsenal Kiss of Death? Plus 2 hyperinflations. Oh, does that work? I've never really messed around with the statuses, but let me do not disturb for 8 hours. Cool, that works. I think they just 1-card block if I do this, so I do just accept that I had a bad turn cycle. CNC would be really rough. God damn it. CNC Pummel here would juice me. Losing Take Up the Mantle sucks. I don't think I can risk using Kiss of Death. If they have it, they have it. They do not. Kiss of Death for 4. Sigil of Solace, Arsenal, Fate for Scene. This just doesn't feel strong enough. I'm going to play... So the problem is if I IP a card here, because I'm thinking of just play Sigil of Solace pass. I'm kind of behind when it comes to getting to the bottom of the deck. But I think I'm... Damn, this is rough. I don't want to lose the mark is the main thing. I'm going to risk it. Let's see what happens. Oh, wait. This is where I like feel really bad about bringing in Fate for Scene. And now my deck is shuffled, so who knows when I'll draw that T-Tox again. Should have checked my sideboard, but there should be inertia traps in here. Boop. I've been feeling kind of low on Command and Conquer. Oh, this is so funny. So I might lose my Kiss of Death to the bottom of the deck here if they have Pummel. But it has to crush. So I could CNC Inertia Trap, have this for Arsenal next turn, and do a Scar Cut on a Kiss of Death turn. It's not the best, but I kind of want to get this in Arsenal. So let's see what they do. Inertia Trap. Pummel. Macho Grande to the bottom. Cool. Alternatively, I keep the Kiss of Death because this is not my best Kiss of Death turn, and I pitch Fate for Scene the Chelicera, and I get a network error. Okay, let's see. Everything's fine. I think no matter what, I have to start with Cut, just see what we're working with. Visit the Goldmane Estate with a Test of Strength. Ooh, boy. Ooh. What do I want to do here? They will be blocking. They're not setting Disruption. In fact, they're not really doing much of it. Well, they might if they draw a Visit the Goldmane Estate. They're probably blocking 7. So I think this will leak. Or they're arsenaling blocking 10. This is interesting. And I don't have the Go Again on hit with Kiss of Death right now, so I do think I'm just sending Chelicera. Fate for Scene is kind of a fake card in this matchup anyway. They block 9, that's fine. They block 8, that's also fine. Lose, pick up the point. Oh wait, no, that was Test of Strength. And just get my value. Pass. I believe that was a Boulder drop they revealed. So I will be getting Disruption this turn. That's second. Goldmane Estate. Oof. Probably blocking with these two. This might be a Stalker's Steps turn to make this work. It would be... Not Codex, please. Interesting. Ever since they implemented this like card flick change, it just will put like the wrong cards on the stack. Okay, so I could mask here. Mask into Black Widow turn since they have Might out. Feels pretty good. Go Orb Weaver, Kiss of Death, discard to the Black Widow, Tunic, Graphene, Flick, either Arsenal Codex, or if somehow they blocked off the Kiss of Death, I can then just Codex. Is that not worth taking if there's no Pummel? I guess if a card goes to the top of my deck, it's the same thing as if I had blocked with it. If there's Pummel here, my turn's basically over anyway, which would suck to use Mask on if that happens. Because I lose pick up the point, then I just send Kiss of Death by itself. The problem is if this hits, I have to put a kind of a shitty card on top of my deck. I guess I could put pick up the point, which means Codex has a worse target. I should hit this guy with the thing. I'm just really concerned about letting them resolve this might. You're right. Wait, I thought cut was last turn. Cut was last turn. So he has a new hand, unless I'm mistaken. Yeah. Because it was the physical Goldmane Estate hand. Oh, no, it is this hand. You're totally right. He cannot have... Look at you. Picking up on things that I should pick up in game. I'm going to take this line. I think if this Black Widow denies a Goldmane Estate, I am massively ahead. So the only question is, do I want to Orb Weaver first or not? I get a little blown out by Iron Grip if I Orb Weaver first. If I don't Orb Weaver first... Yeah, exactly. You were right. What's up, Alvin? I bought this mic really, at the beginning of COVID. It's just, a normal, mic you'd look like you do with karaoke. Because I wanted to sound good for the boys on Discord. Now I have another reason. Oh, dude, Mario's so hard. I have so many lines. Do I play around Iron Grip or not? I think I am going to play around Iron Grip. I think. Interesting line with playing around Iron Grip is I do get a flick. No, because I need to flick the Kiss of Death. So I lose Codex if I get Iron Gripped here. I'm just going to say I have it. Because even if I lose Codex here, I get to do the Tunic Chelicera line. Is it Iron Grip? You never have it. The fact that I'm getting armor here makes me feel like it's not that. We're so up. Not Command and Conquer. So interesting. They're going to be sending Debilitate. I'm going to Stalker Steps here. So I think I don't activate Black Widow and I just send Chelicera, force a block on it. And then if they do block, overblock it enough, I just send pick up the points for value at that point. Or no, because right now I have the flick on Kiss of Death. Can I target a prior target assassin card with +3? I have never been in this spot. I want to find out. Because there's no reason to buff this if I can do that. So, yeah. Pass. Tunic. Twister it. Still gives me the discard and the Codex follow-up, which would kill the fault line if I get enough cards from this. So I can pump this. So if I pump this and they have a D-React, that kind of sucks. But they'll have 2 armor block available, so they will cover it and get a send fault line. I'm going to say you don't have a D-React. We're so up, boys. Oh, this is such a blowout. Holy shit. Wait, do I have a Leave No Witnesses? I don't think I do. Never mind. Not as big as a blow as I wanted it to be. Would have been big, but didn't draw it. So I want to send as much damage as possible here. At least I'm going to get -1 off that. There's an argument, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to play Pain in the backside. If I'm not sending Disruption, this is the same value as any 0 for 4, except they can block it for 3. But if they block for 3 here, they lose their might. So this is almost guaranteed hit and leave a mark on next turn. If I draw a good card off Ponder, I'm probably not arsenaling it. Is this a good enough card? I'm going to let Fault Line bottom this, I think, because when Tunic isn't up, this card feels like shit. Yeah, I'm really glad I did that. Okay, so 12 bottom my arsenal. Alternative line, pitching a headbutt. I think that's 7 cards pitched now. So 35 cards until that pummelish. The line here, I think, is pitch to Clave, flick Orb Weaver. They do the Orb Weaver. If they ripple away it, I don't actually think that's that bad at this point. Ugh. I think I'm taking this 12. The longer the lower life goes, the better. I need to be sending pressure. Just do the Mario thing. Block it, I dare you. This is fine in terms of things that could have happened this turn. I just discard that and I send... Oh, I was supposed to send Graphene first. Right. Misplay. Pain. Because that would have left them marked. They would have likely used it there. That's fine. I'm going to send Kiss to Death. If they let this hit, I get a 0 for 5. Get Arsenal Tarantula Toxin. I've seen 2 CNCs, 2 Iron Grips at this point. And they walk straight into it. We're so up. There's an argument I don't do this here. I think I'm just trying to get them into that. You have to block Trilicera with 3 cards range. This hand kind of sucks. Actually, this hand's fine. I will take 4. Pitching Disable. I lose a Whittle from the bone. That is completely fine. I'm going to cut to see your hand. Oh, we're so up. That's a CNC pummel hand. I don't want to Arsenal anymore. I'm going to use both cuts. My original plan was to Arsenal the second cut from the same cloth to set up the third tick of Tunic turn, but not when I see a CNC. That is not happening. Dude, I still think cut from the same cloth was the ban in Mario they could have done. I do not understand how this card is a rare. I get to see your hand? Oh, that's so good. Also, I think I just won. We know. Oh, they have quick dodge. They have quick dodge. So they're going to quick dodge. They're taking 10. So the question is, do I flick and try the win here? And the answer is yes. They have to have a D-react, not to die. Oh my god, they are him. This is totally fine. I have Tunic on 3. They're probably sending CNC at me next turn. And they're at 4. Yeah, this is fine. Oh, pitching pummel to gold. Ugh. So I do have up sticks in run. I might buy back my Clave pitching Mark of the Black Widow. Okay, that's fine. Mainly because buying back the dagger allows me to flick it. And if they don't have specifically shelter, that flick alone is worth 3 value for the +1s from the to the point. So this is worth 3 value if I pitch it. So I'm going to do that. I hate that it doesn't put it back where I want it. It triggers me. All right. So this is going to demand blocks. They're in the awkward point of, like, if I have any reactions, you need to overblock. They're probably going to give me 3 to 4 cards. If they do, I can always just Arsenal. Do you have shelter? Show me the shelter. The sink. Okay, show me another sink. Come on. We did it! With shitty average value! Just have your hands line up. Oh my god. There's the ripple. They were on ripples. We played around that the entire game. I think their deck operated pretty well. I think I could have done a better job tracking what cards I had already seen to know the kind of hands that were coming up, which is what I'm trying to practice here. Like, I should know at this point how many pumps I have left in deck and, like, be making decisions based on that, how many reacts I have left in deck. I'm feeling weird about To the Point. The card just is not performing for me. Never Punished. Oh, you want to know Never Punished? It was that game at Nats against a Victor where they tied an Iron Grip, lost an Iron Grip, and then lost a Trounce to me. Well, like lost one part of the Trounce to put the Death Touch and Arsenal off a Ponder. Oh my god. Just have it. Okay, so 1 hour till the trailer. What? I want to make some deck changes. I do think that Hyperinflation is a really interesting card right now. I'm very scared about Fatigue Jarl. Especially if Victor allows. But I think 3 of them is a little too bricky, especially when I'm bringing also 3 sigils. That's 6 cards that don't convert. Do you want to play a game, Emery? Sure. Do you want to send me an invite on Discord? Let me just make a few changes. Art of Desire Body, I feel like, is very likely to come to 2 as well. But for now, I'm just going to cut 1 Hyperinflation. And in place of that, what do we want to add? I have thought about adding 1 times Justinic. But that was when I was on a prior version. That was on, like, all my blue base were stealths. But that is not what this is anymore. I am running more of a mark package to try and get around those fatigue games. I'm also on 2 Take Up the Mantle for the same reason. I think people just sleep on this card as its base mode of just give a stealth card +2. Don't get me wrong, it's like not great. It's not fantastic, but when you're playing into something like Dio, and you just send a, I don't know, Mark of the Black Widow, and they give you your armor, and then you follow it up with Take Up the Mantle, or even better, you just swing one of these, and they know what's coming. One of these stealth cards. I think it gives some good angles into these aggro decks where you just kind of need to juice them once. How about a 3 block, says Steven. 3 blocks are pretty good. Justinic is a 3 block. It's probably supposed to just be Incision. Like, this card is 3 block. It converts my hands. It's not conditional on mark. I've thought about also cutting 1 of To the Point to get the second Incision in. I feel that with marking being harder, I might want to play more mid-range blocky. So I'll just add 1 in. Actually, let's add 2. Go down to 2, just 2 points. It's very likely this stays like this, where this will come in for 3 block games and this will come in for aggro games. Never taking out my 1 times taking them after choosing a Ziggy at Nats. Okay, Alvin, imagine that, but you take up the mantle into picked pieces. Just like Mark did at our drafts, where he just beat up Enigma with picked pieces all day. But yeah, going to Incision. One of my hottest takes right now is Command and Conquer has been feeling really bad, and I don't know why. To the point that I, especially with Prism gone and we don't need poppers, may cut it for something like Meat Madness. Emery, I'm joining your game now. Okay, let's play this. By the way, backseating is encouraged. If anyone sees a line that I screwed up or notices anything, please let me know. I need to make mental notes. Earlier, it was not noticing that they were floating 2 and can pummel me. Or, for example, knowing that I knew their hand. So I did not need to worry about the pummel. You can also consider Den of the Spider. Den of the Spider is like the 81st card of my deck right now after these changes. The question is, what am I trying to hit with Den of the Spider? Into like Fi. It's I'd rather just have another of the Go Again ones to get the mark. So what deck is pumping things that are marking, I guess? I'm curious. If you guys have ideas on what matchups Den of the Spider is good into, let me know. I drop the stream. I'm not sniping you. All right. Good guy. All right. Got to figure out sideboarding. I think it's going to be pretty standard equipment set wise. Okay. So into Dorinthia, I don't think I should be playing Sigil of Solace since I want to be blocking. Or do I? Because I could turn off Reprise and still gain health. Well, I'm bringing in the D-React package. Nah, this is a lie. He's going to roast me now. The moment someone says you'll skill diff them, you immediately lose. Oh, it does hit Fi. Interesting. Is it because you use it on Phoenix Flame? What am I missing? I literally have not played against a Fi in like 5 months. They're just not on Talishar. I'm actually terrified of running into them because I have no practice into them. Inertia Trap. I don't know about Hyperinflation. Frailty Trap, obviously. This is why I have one of these. I like having a card that makes warriors cry because I'm evil. Warrior, Assassin, RKO. I am not too worried about RKO, mainly because I have 3 sigils, which is very funny as a random juice card. Warrior, it does juice Warrior, but I think I'd rather just have another Frailty Trap to juice Warriors. Or just another Layer of the Spider. You know, this is just really flexible in a lot of matchups. Marlin. Marlin is another good example. Guardian is a good example. Yeah, I could definitely see it. If I wanted this tech into Jarl, I might need to test that because Layer just doesn't really work on Jarl. I don't think I bring Art of Desire Body. I'm thinking of going the 2 times Frailty Trap. It's possible. We really need to see what LLs and what we're predicting. My logic with why I'm iffy on Frailty Trap is its peak is typically 5 value, while the peak of like Lair the Spider is much higher when you consider the fact that it turns on Mark of the Black Widow. So it's effectively like a 0 for 7 if it lets your Mark of the Black Widow turn on and hit. Or Inertia Trap, which is a 0 for 7 if it hits. So I'm looking for cards with like high ceilings in my D-Reacts. Otherwise, like I just want another Fate Foreseen. This card's gas. So bring in Lair, Shelters. I'm going to try Sigils. I just want to. They seal. Incision's a 3 block. I'm going to slightly overboard here. I don't know what build Emery is on, and I know some run Fatigue. So I'm a little scared, so I think I'm going to go to 65. And this feels pretty good. Arguably, I should bring in Hyperinflation instead of To the Point. Nah. It just makes it so defense decks who don't send Go again have a Mark Trap. That is a very good point. I will need to consider that. Interesting. What do I want to do here? Oh, it's Hatchet's Dory. Oh, God. Okay, so good thing I boarded at 65. I need to open up my Clave spot, and I need to preserve cards. You're on... Oh, I'm on more cards. Interesting. So doing this, gonna flick. I might send Pain in the backside. Just... Do I want to? No, I don't. Flick. Well, shit. I think I just pass then. Keep the Relentless. Or do I want Relentless on the bottom of the deck or in hand? I'm almost certainly Mask of Deceiting next turn to get a thingy, so I think I don't want this in hand. Because it is a card I cannot discard to the effect of the agent. And then I'm gonna... I don't think this deck runs any disruption, but just in case, Pain goes in the backside. Holy shit! Oh boy! This is a pretty good hand. Lead with speed. Show me what Hatchet can do. Yeah, I'm going to go Orb Weaver here. This is too much value. I will probably have to discard To the Point, unfortunately. A little sad. It's not that bad. Take my lumps. What's likely going to happen here is I'm going to get Kabuto'd, if I had to guess. And just hope that the cards I draw off Saver do not require a Clave Swing to convert. 4 card 9. No, wait, you get to swing again? Holy shit. 4 card 13? Pitched an overpower hit and run. That's very important to note. We have overpower and a go again source in the arsenal. So activate this. That's totally fine. Saver. Saver. All right, 12 go again, draw 2 cards. This is what we call incredibly balanced gameplay. Should have arsenaled Saver so you can discard Pain to hero ability. That is a good point. Yeah, probably. I think there is some benefit to arsenaling the card that bricks the least. But I guess I know Saver at that point is effectively a 0 for 4. Yeah, I think that's a good point. Pain in the backside converts anyway. I'm going to get my Tarantula Toxin here because I just need to convert my hand. Draw 2 cards. Sick. Did not do Kabuto on me. So I have a couple choices. I can send Pain in the backside. Or I can send Hunter's Clave. If I send Hunter's Clave, they might not end the turn marked. I would rather guarantee ending the turn marked, to be completely honest. So I'm going to do this. You going to let it hit? Do you react? So I'm down 2 Saver Bloodsheds, a T-Tox, and a 2 Appoint. That's 2 reactions. After this game, I need to check what my ratios are in terms of like reactions to pumps. And then unfortunately, this does just convert for 1 more value. You don't know that, though. That wasn't obviously the best hand I could have had because of what I ended up drawing, but it really depends on what happens here. But that's pretty good. I will say following this up with Kiss of Death with Tunica is, in fact, a pretty good turn. Okay, so what's likely going to be my next turn is, one, I'm going to Inertia Trap them. And then it's probably going to be Kiss of Death with Upsticks, activate Black Tech. And I'm sad if they block that out because I have no reactions to follow it up. So I probably do want to block with Leave No Witnesses this turn. Because chances are they do not have an arsenal due to Inertia Trap when they follow up with the Hatchet. Regardless, okay, now I'm Inertia Trapping here. Yeah, I think that's the play. They will not end with an arsenal. Block with Leave No Witnesses. Set it up for a Codex target. They have another hidden run on the bottom, so if I'm remembering correctly, it is now a blue overpower and 2 hidden runs. So I want to keep Lair and Arsenal because this deck does go against things. It will guarantee a mark in the future. 3 health is whatever. Block here. Let's see if they have the go again. Oh, nice. Evening up the damage. Ooh, I forgot to block with Black Tech Whispers. That could be a pretty big punish. 1 health. Do not do that. We're going to up Sticks and run. Kiss of Death. If I get punished here, if I lose by 1 health, everyone yell at me. Help distract me from crashing out over losing to Ira. Hello, YouTube sensation Lupine Fiasco. What build of Ira is the question? Oh my god, you're totally right. They're marked. I don't need the Black Tech. I have so much room for improvement on this hero. I'm expecting a D-React. Take it on the chin. So do I flick? So if I flick, I lose out on the flick damage anyway from the Kiss of Death. So I just say, nice, you had it. Hope for a pump turn. It's always fatigue. I have literally started to sideboard into Ira like 68 just in case. Wait, were you playing Boom or Ira on Jarl. I have not been playing around Blunton, which is something to consider that I could have some room for improvement there. I want to use the Lair of the Spider. I'm probably using it. Do I want to? So my turn is Black Widow. Woo, I love when this happens. Black Widow, give it go again. Leave no witnesses, probably. That is true. Flicking Chelicera would have given 3 value there. But then I'm off Chelicera, and they're at 20, which is like, I don't know if Chelicera is worth the 3 value at that point. I'm going to get Black Tech here. I'm probably discarding Lair of the Spider. Am I? Yeah. I'm just going to send a big turn into Leave No Witnesses. I am starting to get a little low, but I think Arachne is kind of wizardy in the sense that you kind of need to be 6 or 7 health above me to win. What's your last card? Is it an Arsenal? I hope it's an Arsenal. This sucks that I'm not getting Tunic value. There's an argument I should be blocking here, but I think this hand converting for probably guaranteed disruption hit feels really good. 3, face up, go again. I really wish this wasn't this mode, any other mode, and I'm super happy here. The good news is that I can Stains if they block 9, and then send Leave No Witnesses with a pump behind it. Would I rather... I'm going to Stains here. Would I rather threaten this to hit for 9 or send Leave No Witnesses for 7? Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking about. Do I discard? And I have not seen an Orb Weaver yet. That is a good point. That is a very good point. In fact, I've seen like none of my pumps. I've seen 3 of them. So I should be coming up on some soon. I think the Banish from hand is less value than Arsenal. This is pretty face up. Interesting. Why do you think hand hate is better? My logic is like they get to discard their worst card in hand, while Leave No Witnesses discards best card. Or no. Oh, then you threaten the double disruption. You guys are right. Yeah. Especially with their armor so low. Yeah. Good to know. Should have just used it for the pump. Yeah, and I could just do this. All right. So hypothetically, I'm about like 3 value down because of that decision. Hit no reds. Yeah. That's a really good point. You have to block a break point. Yeah. You got me. This is... How good is this hand? It's alright. I am probably Savor Bloodshedding here, but I don't think it's going to hit, probably. I just kind of want to... Or no, I think I'm arsenaling Savor and setting up a big Chelicera hand, so I think I'm blocking this turn. Very true. They would have need to have a D-React. They might not have. On top of them, they might have had another copy of Taken on the Chin, which Black Widow would have gotten over, which is very relevant. I probably was not supposed to block there. I was possibly supposed to leave up Lair of the Spider. Never mind, we're so up. Pretty happy to block 6, Sigil, and then Arsenal Saver. Leave them marked, and then I get a flip. Just take a turn off. I do not know this deck well enough to know how they convert their 4-card hands. Yes, and they do have an extra card now, which converted to me losing 3 value, essentially. Oh, the Tunic play. Yep, you got it. So life is technically even, but I do think I'm technically ahead, especially with the Saver going in the Arsenal. As far as I'm aware, this deck doesn't have disruption, so if I keep this hand, pretty juiced. Have not activated Tunic this game, which is something to know. This hand does convert well enough. I might struggle. Tarantula is incredibly good here, especially because I can do the flick for 2 damage plus draw now. If I'm blocking with anything, it's Take Up the Mantle, then Orb Weaver. There is a consideration. I mean, the ideal here is I block nothing, but this deck does have reactions. I'm not going to block that. I want to leave open the Flick Clave line to Orb Reaver and send another attack. This is the hand I've kind of been waiting for since my Tunic was on 3. It's possible I should have saved more health elsewhere. The not getting the disruption on the Black Widow might be the punish here. So if you have a 3 pump, it's 8 into 3, which would be exact lethal, and that would demand a block, but not yet. Hatchet Dory can convert if they are hitting. Why do they need to hit to convert? We are up, boys. So I'm not Orb Reavering yet. I'm going to start with a Saver. And the question is, do I pitch Take Up the Mantle, or do I save it in case I hit a stealth card? I'm going to save it. I also have the discard for Tarantula. What extra attack card? I genuinely don't know which one. Oh, literally the effect of Dorinthia. That makes so much sense. This is how unexperienced I am into this matchup. That makes so much sense. I definitely should have been blocking a little more then. That is fine. I'm going to still Clave. If they have Taken on the Chin, that's fine. I'm really just freeing up this spot so I can send another Chelicera. I'm trying to... Yep, there it is. Makes sense. Now I get to Scar Tissue. I can Tarantula if I want to here, but I kind of want to see my draw first. Interesting. That's pretty good, if I do say so. So I am pitching Take Up the Mantle. If for some reason Ripple Away shows here, it doesn't, but I could always up sticks, pitching Take Up the Mantle, and then pitch Tarantula Toxin, which is not great, but there's at least an out in this hand. And then pitch and go. Do I win? Did not need to use the ability this turn. So this is 8. Need double D react to live. Good game. Jesus Christ, my value. That's aggro silly numbers. We're so up. Okay, it's a little lower if you exclude last turn. That last turn was crazy. All right, few key mistakes there. I think the major one was going for the double disruption. This would have been a much more comfortable game for me to win if that was the case. I think Mario still stays such a strong deck against decks that don't protect Omnisword. You just getting that Chelicera just smooths things out so much. Funnily enough, this game it didn't really matter, but the brick potential was pretty safe there. All right, hit him with the GG. Let's go next. Guess I'll just start a game. I kind of want to look back at my list again. Prey Spotter still maybe spot. I really want to start testing this into decks. Hey, Alvin. Actually, I'm going to send a message at Ice Shield since there's a delay. Want to play a game as aggro silly. Ugh. I don't know where Mario's landing in this meta. He's been underperforming so much. Yeah, yeah, Emery. The plan was to block out and go, what can Hatchet Dory even do? The strategy worked. All right, sick, Alvin. I'll join. So yeah, the theory is both Art of Desire Body and hyperinflation helps into silly, and hyperinflation helps into specifically both fatigue and aggro. I don't know though. This card just, it's so good, but it's also so bad. It's like it like removes the mark. I don't know. No changes for now. Boop. I go first. We're up like 1%. I'm going to use it. I am 0-3 into Alvin's Acilio. Now's my chance. As per usual, I almost always test this blind. The only time I expect to know when to do aggro or spell is if I'm playing at the upcoming battleground and I just kind of know the person's vibe. But at Vegas, I'm kind of crashing out about how to side into this. Is it this? No, I want to bring Art of Desire Body. I kind of like Incision here. I think I'm cutting To the Point to make room for these 3 cards. To the Point has felt incredibly awkward into this specific matchup. Over and over again. I'll just bring 1 Take Up the Mantle. That makes sense. Let's make sure I bring my Spell Void and my Prey Spotters. Interesting hand. I do have the Mark on Demand, so flicking should be pretty free here. I'm probably blocking with this on the first chance I get. I'm going to send a second Clave. See, there's a chance they don't have blocks currently. The risk of this is now I can't prevent. If they have Shelter, that sucks for me. Just going to push damage. If they have a D-React, so be it. It's the first turn. I like to play, I'll just get lucky. I did not. I did not, in fact, get lucky. This is fine. They're still ending marked. I'm going to have Disruption on my next turn. I could technically send Disruption now, but it's not meaningful. So I'm not going to do that. I'm now incredibly tempted to send this, but... Ugh. Tarantula with a Kiss of Death, pick up the points. I am not blocking on this next turn. Oh, wait. This is actually kind of awkward. Because, like, I want to send this, but it doesn't have Go again now. And I can't pump it, so it might just be up 6 Kiss of Death, pick up the point all at once, and then they're not marked anymore. Which kind of sucks, but I have to convert my hand. What was the card revealed? Lightning Press. Oh, God. If you Astral Bridge me, I swear to God. That's the punish. This is a not great blocking hand. Not much I can do. Let them just have their very above rate turn. So it's 1 second strike out of the deck. Second strike would be pretty sick. Does suck. I can't send my Disruption next turn. I can do the sick thing with Sigil of Solace, where I send the Kiss of Death turn and bluff it, but if I had to guess, Alvin will not be blocking next turn. I also get pick up the points in Graveyard, which, if you don't know, this card's intention is to go into my graveyard, however that happens. It's just a good Codex target when I need to get another Clave back. Yep, that's going to hurt. 5 Go again. Instant is Enter the Grave. That's 2 E strikes. I don't know what you bottomed. Did you pick... no draw card. All right. Very solid chance that this is a comet. Comet storm? Comet collision, yeah. So that... Whew! 18 damage off 4 cards. Pretty sick. So, for their 4-card 18, I get to do a 3-card 11. I don't think it's as good. Or 4-card 14, technically. Oh, wait, 15. Extra point from the tarantula. Sick. I am blocking with Prey Spotters next turn, as I can now send a raw Black Widow. Ravenous Rabble again. Never miss. Scar Tissue. Scar on top. I'm going to have Orb Weaver next turn. Meaning what? Orb Reaver, Mark of the Black Widow is a potential option. I can also, because of the mark... I think I'm going to Orb Reaver, Mark of the Black Widow, Arsenal Incision. I might also block with Incision. I just kind of want to get Black Widow tall enough that they have to take it. Alternatively, I Orb Weaver, Black Widow, Tunic, Chelicera for 4. I think this is more valuable as a blocking card to extend the game right now than an actual... So I blocked 4 there to try and like play around second strike because there's a Scar on top of the deck. I also know they have Lightning Press. Unfortunate. I might block another 3 with Orb Weaver because this is 3 value on offense or defense. You're not going to let me, so fair enough. 2 Comet Collisions resolved. Oof. I think Comet Collision might be one of the best cards in this deck. It being a 0 for 5 is so huge. So yeah, I'm going to be like... So if I send this for 7, and they have a D-Reac... Yeah. I wonder if the hand converted, like that card in Arsenal converted without the Scar being relevant. The question is, do I want to do both of these and send this for 10 and basically guarantee the hit, or do I want to save this? Because D-React plus 3 block will cover this. I think I want to use both. It's face up, but is what it is. Oh, he cycled for Scar. That would have made sense. Yeah, let's check the graveyard. So you're right. I didn't know cycling the Lightning Press. I am worse on Talishar and noticing these little things that happen. Like in person, it's so obviously like, okay, they discarded the Lightning Press. Something to note about my next hand is I am super overdue for a pump hand. Oh, I get full tempo here. That's what we're talking about. Okay, that is really good for me. I feel like... What exactly did you block with? So the Scar was in that hand. Lightning Surge, Consign. What could be in the arsenal that I'm scared of? God. Okay, this actually... This is interesting. I got to end the turn with them marked pretty much no matter what happens, which does feel pretty good. This is probably going to get Stonewall Gauntlet, which is fine, because I'm going to Kiss of Death Scar Tissue, and I get to AB this now. So no wasted value. But yeah, that 3-card hand was probably worth... Let's see, how much was that 3-card hand worth? 4... That wasn't an Arsenal, to be fair. But if they went Scar Tissue... and Lightning Strike, Lightning Surge, that's 13 value off on a 9. That's pretty good. Called it. Okay, we are going to do something that I have forgotten about and has lost me so many games. Everyone remember, if you see Stonewall, close the combat chain. Every time. It gets me. Sadly, this is not the best Kiss of Death in the world. I could discard this to pump it, which I actually think I will here because this is going to hit anyway. And then, okay, so do I Tunic here? I'm curious for anyone who's in chat. Do I Tunic here to get the 3 value from sending Chelicera and flicking Kiss of Death, but they do not end marked? Or do I just pass turn? I think I leave the March here to try and get a good flip. Or because specifically the fact that I'm going to potentially hit a lot of pumps and I don't want to pay for the resource. So I'm going to do that. I'm curious if anyone disagrees with that line. I can still mark them with Prey Spotters, so that resource is fine, but I feel like I'm about to draw pumps. What the fuck? Punished. Immediately punished. Ugh. So, codexing into Mark of the Black Widow is an option. Kiss of Death Stalker Steps as well, since it's worth extra. I think that's probably the line. You would have tunicked? Okay, good to know. Yeah. The thing is, if I'm set to draw pumps, then I need the tunic to be able to use the pumps. I'm probably tunicking Graphing on this turn, and then Stalker Sepsing Kiss of Death. And do I want to block here? Is there any on hit I care about? Nah, it's fine. Just block here. Okay. Lightning Press is good. Oh, this might be the Gone and Flash turn. If it is, that's 12 value coming at me. Oh, okay, we're fine. Nope, we're not fine. I am probably blocking with Kiss of Death now, unfortunately. I think at this point, get hit so you don't turn on last scar. That's a good point. That's a good point. I was thinking, yeah, originally I was thinking about Second Strike, but I got hit anyway. One second. I'm definitely blocking here. Considering that you press for the +3 instead of +4. That is a really good point. I'm going to bring that up to him after. I think I'm in a, I am going to lose position at this point. I'm definitely sending Graphing with Tunic regardless, but it's probably going to be a Codex hand now. Yep. I think I just need to save health. Because it's technically 5 value if I send it and they don't block, but at 4 I could just die. Ugh, is it a... So once again, Tunic is worth 3 value. Or 2 value now. They will lose the mark, and if they lose the mark, I can't Mark of the Black Widow. So again, do I keep the Tunic to set up... I think I need to keep the Tunic to set up the big hand and hope they brick. I think that's my only out. Miss Volzar was... Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Miss Volzar value. So note that I should be probably at 5 right now. I'm just going to Codex. As much as it sucks, but it's what it is. Probably going to get Crown in a 3 block, and they get a attack that they want, which really sucks. Might fix their hand, but I think I am losing at this point. Yes. I think Volzar was tapped, though. I'm going to check my stream. Yeah, Volzar was tapped. Oh, but you could have untapped it. Right? Wonder if there was a line there. You grabbed Lightning Surge. That makes sense. Just grab a 0 for 4. Do you have Comet Collisions left? So 2 Echo Flashes left in deck, 1 Lightning Press, 1 Comet Collision. I am in a very bad spot. Tunic into Chalicerai Codex marked with Prey Spotters. I hear that. That's what I wanted to do, but I think I really want my Tunic when I draw what's going to be 3 Saber Bloodsheds in one hand. No worries. Yeah, tap from Echo Flash. Okay. I still think I'm going to lose here is the thing. If I was Alvin, I probably Crown of Providence my Arsenal here to get rid of the Frailty. Although, it's a hand that converts. Maybe not. It depends on the rest of his hand. I am saving the value, and I'm going to potentially die without ever using it, but I don't know if I can even win this game if that doesn't happen. I'm basically making the call that, like, the only way for me to win is this hand to be semi-not functional. Because I'm blocking next turn. I have to block next turn. So I need something to line up here. Where are my pumps? I have seen one. I've seen one pump. Sigil is potentially a card that saves me. Fortunately, now this is where Tunic becomes valuable because it does open up clearing my arsenal for Codex. And I am blocking with Leave No Witnesses to prevent turning on Second Strike, which there should still be 2 left in deck. 2 left in deck, yes. I'm probably blocking with Our Desire Body as well. And then this is probably the spot where I crack Prey Spotters. Go Chelicera, Incision, Prey Spotters, Codex. What are you fusing? Please don't be a good card. Ugh. I don't think I can give up Flick Knives yet. Take the 1, and then take the 4. Go to 2. Oh, that's pretty bad. I'm probably dying on their next turn. They have too many instant spells left in deck to kill me with, unfortunately. And I don't think I'm winning this game unless I get a Codex off, so here's what it is. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I'll probably actually flick the Clave here. Yeah, that'll kill me. And now I have to pitch the Codex. Yeah, that's not how I needed this game to go. Unfortunately. I don't know if there are any egregious errors here. It just felt like my deck didn't give me the cards I need to win. I resolved Kissadeths with no real oomph behind it. Yeah. I don't even think I use Incision here. I probably do. I'm probably breaking Prey Spotters here to try and get a good flip. Do you think I need Meat Madness? I mean, Art of Desire Body is kind of in that spot, but maybe I do. I still need to test it with the normal helmet. So this gets 2 value, but then it like unbricks my arsenal, which I'm just going to do at this point. That's fine. So the problem I have with Meat Madness is that a lot of Asilios against Mario that I have played that are good at them do try to avoid arsenaling cards that are non-convertible. So I keep seeing them Arsenal instants. I play Meat Madness. I roll instant. I think they can respond to after knowing the mode, and then they play out the instant, and I just lost a mark for no reason. Hey, I found some of my pums. And yes, so this is where you are going to get my things. I did forget to prey spotters there. Oops. Too busy reading chess. Hitting hand is good against Meat Madness, but I personally just dislike playing the card. It feels bad to play that card. Oh, finally rewarded. Oh, they can't after mode is declared? Interesting. I guess I'll play around with it more. I'll add it back in after this in place of the incision. I probably die here. Yeah, makes sense. Yep. Ugh, what are the values in this game? Yep, that makes sense. Yeah, what a weird game. Just felt like kind of bad. All right, let's try adding in those Meat Madnesses then. Would be in the hyperinflation spot is the only thing, or I guess the incision slot. I'll try. Just feels like a lot of games come down to I need to do my bullshit before they do their bullshit, and that's very unlikely. Also, the fact that I'm bringing in prey spotters, which is just like not great. All right. Meat Madness is a very good target. It's the same issue I have with Art of Desire Body, where it's like I am relying on a card that can just miss, and if it misses once, I probably lose the game. I don't think I've won a game where Art of Desire is missed or Meat Madness is missed. It's the only way to apply enough pressure. Art of Desire has a 75% chance of hitting, while Meat Madness has a 33 to 66% chance of hitting. GG Alvin, fun game. They are convincing me to add Meat Madness back into the deck. Yeah, I do kind of want to stop them from doing their bullshit, but it's just like, I don't know. The life gain is very impactful. This deck's just very good. I need to test this deck with just the normal helmet, because I'm pretty sure adding the normal helmet in is a pretty significant advantage into this matchup. Whoa, I didn't realize this had a card animation when you hovered it. Like, responds to where your cursor is. Wow. Okay, you're Jacob. I was like, who is Closet Turtle? That makes sense. I mean, I'm adding Meat Madness back in to test it, but my experience so far has kind of just been the games that I get to do my 3 to 4 pump into Chelicera, draw a card, are the only games I'm winning. Which maybe that'll make a difference, but that means I have 5 cards in deck now that can miss, and I'm probably sending it 2 to 3 times a game, so the odds I miss is decently high. We'll see. I think that game was a pretty bad game for me, though, overall. Like, my deck really did not line up. My average value is 12. That is not... that is low for this deck. Very true. I can just send it after... Wait, how do I send it after Hyper without... That would require me to use my Tunic to send after Hyper, which is kind of awkward. All right, random game. Oh, we have the trailer coming up. Yeah, my current list does only have about 6 pieces of disruption. You are correct. Mario, surprisingly light on disruption. I do think I'm just like, maybe I just bring in, like, fuck Prey Spotters, you know? Maybe I do just bring in the Mask of Deceit. I was talking to Alvin about this, the Acilio I just played against, and, like, yeah, the data keeps just going in the direction of, like, disrespect spell Acilio and just go bring in the full aggro package, and if it's aggro Acilio, you're way up with Mask of Deceit, like, back to your 55%ers. And if it's spell Acilio, you're just like, oh, they just won't have it. It's just another one of those decks in this game where you have to go, they just won't have it. I've also been thinking about cutting Sigil down to 2 times. That just feels a little hard with spell Acilio floating around. Also, this card is just sick. I love this card. How many times this card caught me when I was playing Florian? So many times. So many fucking times. I do like the idea of having about 7 actions. The only reason I'm testing Art of Desire at 3 is I want to see how the card feels. And unfortunately, that game didn't show me because he blocked it, and it was a blocking card. Which, again, like, that's why the game didn't go well. If I'm blocking for 3 and they're sending 4s, I'm going to lose. That's just how it's going to go. I do want to test eventually, like, how does this matchup feel if I actually bring in, like, the package of Fate Foreseen, the layers, and the shelters. Very possible that does make the matchup very doable, but you just can't bring them in. Can't bring them in because of spell Acilio, man. I do wonder. I've also been thinking about main decking a second Take Up the Mantle. I think I should have been on a second. I'm going to actually work on my sideboards when we talk about this. So I think I want Take Up the Mantle here, just as a way, like, you know, especially if I do stay on Prey Spotters, second Take Up the Mantle gets huge value. Being able to just flip into, like, an Art of Desire body or a Meat Madness or any of these is insane. When, like you said, I need either be sending Disruption or, like, way above rate. I agree with you. I don't like Art of Desire body either, Jacob. I just keep hearing from other Marios besides you that they're, like, trying this card to see how it feels. And I keep getting in games where I'm not sure how it feels because I keep needing to block with it. Not because the card is bad. I would have blocked with any 3 blocks in those spots. So I kind of want to keep feeling this card out. I like this card in the sense that it lets me sometimes go, my out is to high roll you. Here's Art of Desire body. If I hit a red and draw, like, I don't know, leave no witnesses, I can win the game. Which is probably where this card shines the most. I do hate relying on the top of my deck, though. The heal is also very relevant. I played a game against that Acilio yesterday where my art hit, like, a yellow. And if it hit a red, I actually win the game because it came down to exact lethal. Let alone the fact that I might have taken a stronger lead at that point. I'm probably considering art at 2 if I do run it. But again, whenever I'm testing a card, I like to have 3. Just because higher chance of seeing it. I want to see what it feels like. But yeah, Take Up the Mantle on the main board. I don't like having To the Point as much. Even though it's a 0 for 4. It's just so bleh. Bring in that. Bring in Meat Madness. It's just too easy to stop this. And then it's a 2-block 0 for 3, which is... I keep losing games by 1 health where I had to block with this card. So I'm 1 card over. Let's probably pick up the point. Card converts, but 2-block, man. 2-block. This is 3-block. Isn't that crazy? It pitches? Oh my god. Sometimes a +2 is all you need. I love sending Mark of the Black Widow and pumping it by 2. Ugh. And into Dio. Ugh. Arsenal this and just go, I'll eventually send Disruption. Who cares? You're gonna exactly block this, and I'm gonna ruin your turn. Oh god, dark mode. I haven't signed in on this browser. Wait, did they change the time on this? It says 10 p.m. What time zone is it? Does my browser think I'm not in PST? Gonna check my other browser. Anyone watching, do you have any notes on like audio, anything like that you've noticed? Things like that. Okay, cool. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry it's light mode. I just downloaded this browser. I want to have like a separate browser for streaming when I do it. Avoid leaking anything like email, anything like that. My degenerate search habits, like how to spell certain words, which is 90% of it. Yeah, as a result, I haven't logged into everything like YouTube. That means it's light mode. Oh wait, can I change it? Bro, we're so up. Oh my god, we're so up. Oh yeah. I wonder if there's a way I can make it so it picks me up better when I kind of like move away from it. Alright, let's see what this is. If they give us hero text, we're so up.
Yarathael is unfathomable. Our paths here, forged by sacrifice. In the years since we first broke ground, there's been but one constant. The Aesir are primordial, immutable. But these dreams of theirs, these realms, have grown more volatile since our last traversal. What happens when a god has a nightmare? The Shadow Aesir reeks of greed and something far worse. Not of this world or the next. Could it be? No. The old ones were destroyed, but their power lingers, just waiting to be guided. Stand aside, demon. Today,
I swear, if all we get is some voice and this image.
and I will not be denied.
Oh my god. I know nothing about the lore. But apparently there's a snorts at the end. I mean, cool. No new real information. This chat knows something I don't. I guess we don't know. I have been more interested in the lore the past couple sets. I think what they're doing with the like connecting the sets together is pretty cool. I don't know how you guys feel about it. But I'm a little more invested in the story than I was before. Curious where it goes, but I am not a lore guy, so I do not know. Don't really know what this means. Okay, so changes were added. Meat Madness. I guess I'll just make a game and look specifically for Acilio. Shouldn't be that hard. Cool. This will probably be my last game. Thank you all for hanging out, backseeing me, helping me make these deck choices. That was quick. Blind Acilio. Deck's already set up, except I always forget to do that. I'm going to do Prey Spotters because now we're in public queue. Lore's been better over the past couple sets. I agree. I did like High Seas was cool, but like Pirates are not my like favorite thing, and I'm really I really just want a pirate that's okay, so this is Spell Silly. Never punished. I really just want a pirate that, or not a pirate, a necromancer that's not a pirate, as that specific intersection does not interest me. Puffin is sick though. Puffin is the one that hit the hardest for me in that set. Aesthetically, her young art goes so hard. Just a little bird. Guys, I'm about to take a lot of damage. Holy shit. I fully agree. I fully agree. I wish these trailers showed anything that I can kind of latch onto as a player of the game. I guess this would have spoiled that likely Viscerize coming, but we already got it from the Pitch Comet Storm. Note that from the, what was it, the world premiere in Shao, or where is it, in Seoul? Yeah. So okay, so how much do I value the guaranteed mark is kind of what I'm asking with this hand, because I can pitch Codex. I think Codex is like super bad to keep here. No targets in graveyard. Give me a Necroman. It's just like Sigma grindset asshole. It's so funny listening to people who like the vibe they want from Necromancer is different. I want Dead Threads Girl. Or any equivalent. Give me a Witch Necromancer vibe and I'm in. I'm fully in. Assuming the deck isn't cringe to play, which it will be, but like cringe in the wrong way. So the bad part about this line is I have to pitch Stains at the red back, probably, which I don't like. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to accept that they might not be marked this turn. That's fine. They have Shelter. I'm kind of blown out. I might Prey Spotters to get around this. They do not. I am going to have to Arsenal Codex, really hoping I can get an attack into graveyard soon, or it might brick my graveyard for a while. They're almost certainly not ending this turn marked. This is not the best start that I would want. Okay, I'm pretty sure I pass an Arsenal Stain. Oh, wait, no, it's coming for 5. I am not Arsenaling Stains. If they block, I am not reacting. Sad. This would be so good if this spell deck gave me a way to put a card in my graveyard. They didn't cap a quick thinking there, which is interesting. On the flick, at least. Ooh. Okay, this is not the spell silly I expected, and I'm like 99% sure this is something they should not be doing, unless their hand's that bad. Letting me... Okay, so there's a very interesting line here where I Codex to grab the Ponder. And I get punished if they somehow clear their hand here. But I'm going to do it because I think Codex and Arsenal right now is very bad. Hell yeah. That Frailty is going to be the end of them. There we go. Now, God, that is such a better hand. Okay, so I'm almost 100% popping Prey Spotters here. To follow up Kiss of Death with Leave No Witnesses. And I'm probably keeping Scar Tissue. I'm probably not going to resolve it. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. They can't... Okay, so they literally cannot block. So actually, I'm getting their Arsenal and there's nothing they can do about it. That's so funny. But yeah, teaser's all right. I wish we'd get something of substance. I assume that we just kind of get that, I don't know, in like PT Vegas, which sucks because I'm gonna be on a plane probably when that comes out. I'm gonna wake up to spam on the planes. Yeah, there's really nothing I can do about this damage. You got it, buddy. Assuming they can't clear their Arsenal, though, they are in a rough spot. Yep. Life total's even. You have no block, so I have a choice. I think... So, in this deck, do I value the ability to mark or the ability of the T-Tox more? And given the fact that they don't even have that many blocks, I think the value of the mark is higher. I'm curious if any of you guys disagree with me T-Toxing here instead of Scar Tissuing. Something to note is I will have Tunic up. So yeah. This is insanely good for me, though, if that Arsenal doesn't clear. They do have Sigil of Brilliance. So they will get a draw. I guess I just hope it's not good, but... I'm getting to Vegas Thursday night, I think around 10 or 11. So I'm going to show up. That sucks. They had it. Wait. They're resolving it for one. That can't be right. Is that correct? Playing Comet Storm for one instead of just letting it get destroyed and resolving another Sigil? Because that's a 2-card 1 when you could do a... Oh, we're so up, boys. My silver. That actually is nice. It's anti-brick. Because then, like, you could just play Sigil this turn, and that's 3 value, effectively. I don't know. I'm very critical of that turn. I'm popping silver. Sure. Because I think my turn's going to be probably not Scar Tissuing, but it's probably hyperinflation. I don't want to pitch this turn. Please give me a pump. Give me a pump. Come on, you know you want to. Yeah, life's totally too high. I get the value now. Fully agree. Well, this hand kind of sucks. Because if I hyperinflation... oh my god. I could Tunic, Chelicera, Scar Tissue. Oh god, it's all bad. Because if I use 2 hyperinflations, the Scar Tissue now costs 2. Oh my god. So this is the downside. I could... Okay, so I think the line is to double pitch Mark of the Black Widow and hyperinflation the Hunter's Clave. Unfortunately. Or let's see. The math is 1... No. It's just hyperinflation, Chelicera, I think. Yeah, whatever. Not a good turn. Just send damage. 4 go again, still good. Oh, wait. Hyperinflation now costs 2. So I have to pitch for that. Sick. Woo! Huh. Okay. Interestingly, if I pitched these 2, it's 2 value per, but I could start... I think I AB with Mark of the Black Widow now. I just AB with the rest of the hand? Take an L? If I don't AB here, I'm taking 3, 4. 2, 2. I'm taking 4. Yeah, I'm thinking it's AB time. I'm going to start there. Yeah, just dump this dog shit hand. Yeah, get them marked. Makes sense. No, it doesn't. I cannot, because of the hyperinflation, I cannot Scar Tissue this turn, so my turn is over. And honestly, I would rather not give them 2 more value here. I'm just going to end my turn and move on with my life. Hyper, that, 2 marks. Oh, Command and Conquer not looking good again. Keeping a mental note of that. So, Meat Madness, Stains It, pitching Commands and Conquer, Sigil, end my turn probably. Wait for a better hand. Could also just CNC and then Sigil, but I would rather threaten the Disruption from hand and be tricky with the Stains. Now I can do the Tunic turn. Let's see what we get. From Arsenal. Okay, nice. Now we get to do the Chelicera and the Scar Tissue turn. We do get blown out here if they have prevention. I think I'm fine with that because I need to free my Arsenal for this anyway. I would not bring in CNC and Decilio even in blind. I think that is a really good point, and I don't think I should have brought CNC. I fully agree. It is too hard to get value. I have been more critical on CNC recently. Especially with Prism gone. Oh, we're so up. Oh, we're so up. Crazy turn. I'll be right back. My cat needs help. Okay, we are back. Am I being here? This is really bad if they have Aether Flare and get a pump it. Your baby goat. How dare you call my cat a baby goat? I was going to ask if you could hear it. My cat says don't play CNC. My cat's like, where is the Crouching Tigers? So I don't get the pump with Orb Weaver if I AB here, but I would rather, considering how much health I have, I'd rather put myself in just the you can't kill me zone. This hand converts so well regardless that I'm fine to just lose one card out of it. And I pretty much can just Arsenal whatever I draw anyway. Okay, cool. Get my 2 value from it. Technically 1 lower than it could have been. I guess the dream there would have been... Oh, no, I do got my 3 value. Technically, I could have gone 4 value by flicking the Clave and then sending another Chelicera. But that would have put me at 18 with them having Stormstriders up, which unfortunately is much closer to lethal. Do I not resolve Upsticks in around here? Because I can discard it after flicking Clave to send 4 effectively again. Which might be better as it might unbrick the draw off Saver. Interesting. I think I'm going to do that. Most of the time I would just pump this as much as possible, but I'm going to try this instead. We're so up. We are so up. They're popping Cap of Quick Thinking. This makes me think... I think I still flick. I don't care. Sure. Because I want to free the spot anyway. It's fine. Get the draw. So I can Arsenal Upsticks in a run, or I can send Leave No Witnesses. I don't think I want to Arsenal that. I'm going to just go for this line. Ooh, this is less value because they lost the mark. Oh, wait. No, it's the same value. 1 plus 3 is 4. You want to undo? I meant to allow that. My bad. I'm not that kind of guy. They're filtering, which makes me feel like they don't have blocks in hand. Blocking with Aether Flare. Oh, yeah. Oh, the value. Just concede already. They get to stop the value of the Solicitor hitting. And they're going to have a Ponder for my Leave No Witnesses next turn. I will just take the 2 here. Oh, I know what I'm doing. I'm giving Kiss of Death go again. So there's an argument not to resolve Saver, but I'm just going to resolve it. Tall turn. Make them uncomfy with their blocks. Ooh. Discarded Leave No Way. I didn't even think about that. That was a better line. Yeah, no, I agree. That was a better line. 100%. Did not even think about that as a possibility. Yeah. They're at 3 now if that was the case. Yeah, I don't like having Leave No Witnesses in the arsenal. That just makes a ton of sense. Fully agree. Interesting. So what? They Volzar now and deal 2? I mean, sure. I think they just die here. Because, yeah, it's 10, but I'm going to Stalker Steps. And then Leave No Witnesses is 4 plus the 2. Just going to send the one in Arsenal because I can. And I flick Kiss of Death, and that's game. I wonder how much of that game was... Yeah, 100%. That was a misplay. I should have had them dead to rights on this turn. That Leave No Witnesses should not have been an Arsenal. I do wonder how much this game came down to the Prey Spotters. Giving me just that extra mark in the middle of the game. Considering I'm at 19, I know this is like kill range at 19, but it's 19 with full tempo, which is very different than 19 with no tempo. Prey Spotters felt pretty good. The problem is when I played Prey Spotters into you, Alvin, it felt not great. As honestly, Prey Spotters, there's only one, maybe 2 cards in my deck where Prey Spotters feels like an important card. Obviously, Mark of the Black Widow. Saver Bloodshedder, the 2. And then everything else, it's just kind of like the, will I pump it to 4? And it's just so easy to play around at that point. Where, like, at least the other helmet gives me the ability to run a trap in my deck. Like, I'm happy to run a trap into this, like a single trap into this version. All right, I gotta go help my cat. BRB. Welcome to my daily experience of helping my poor little disabled guy. But yeah, Prey Spotters feels a little awkward. Jacob says if they are running Cap Quick Thing, going tall rather than wide is a better play to avoid additional blocks on the instant filters. That's another. You're freaking out over hearing my cat. Listen. He's just trying to make sure everyone knows how important he is. If it makes you feel better because of this activity, now my dog's running at me with a toy and I'm kind of playing tug with him. It'll be fun once I figure out webcam and I can show the little guys. Go get it, Dupa. Yeah, I'm starting to hit the point with Acilio where I'm just like, fuck it. Let's just take normal mask and free the sideboard slot. I wonder if there's anything main deck I can do that I can further just kind of help the Acilio matchup. Hyperinflation seems like it'd be good, but you guys saw that turn. Oh my god. I do think I'm never going above 2 hyperinflations. Drawing 2 in one hand is bad. And whenever there is a card in my deck that says, if you draw 2 of these, you're going to cry, I try not to run more than 2. But yeah. Anyone else have any thoughts on the Acilio matchup before I call it and do some actual work that my team has asked me to do? I'll wait for like a minute or two in case anyone has any thoughts or suggestions on what to change. Or actually add. I'm just going to remove Prey Spotters. Interesting. So just have the Spell Void too for the people you know who are on it. Alva, do we know if anyone in our area is even doing Spellcilio? I haven't seen or heard anyone doing it. I feel like everyone... Imagine doing actual... I'm so mad they're making me do actual work. I'm in the slow period at my job, so I'm just kind of not doing much, but I have to send an email. The audacity. Thanks, Nick. Yeah, if you will. Okay, I do think specifically for the Battlegrounds coming up then, bringing Spell Void 2 specifically is a very smart idea for that, because it's just so much easier to not go blind with locals. For Vegas, I think I would just cut it and just go. The only reason I would be Spell Void 2 at that point is if I'm like, well, I'm going to top 8. You know, like I'm going to top 8 and I'm going to need it because there's going to be a Spellcilio in top 8. And now I know who it is. Or even just like, I'm at top tables end of day 1. That would be another reason to bring it, because at that point, you can get a pretty good like feel of people around that area. Maybe that just is the play, to truly just go, this is a scouting game now. I think 3 Reapers is overkill. I agree. You got to plan for the top 8. That's a good point. You know what? I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to put in the Spell Void for now. I have been really liking Mika when I'm back in office next week. I probably won't be able to stream on Wednesdays, but Tuesdays isn't a bad idea. I'm also in office on Wednesdays, although probably not this week because I'm feeling a little unwell. Might take tomorrow off. So maybe I will stream tomorrow. Reapers, I'm going with the logic of like, it's harder to mark in certain matchups, and I'd rather have my blue base teched for that. It's possible I go down to 2-2 though. It's been feeling good. I like turn 1 plays. It's the best turn 1 play we got. But yeah, all right. I'm gonna call it there. Have a good one, y'all. I hope it was a fun one. Hopefully do it again soon. Thank you for coming.